So did Ukraine try to drone strike the Kremlin in the interior of Russia? Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the Russian Federation alleging that Ukraine tried to drone strike the Kremlin and assassinate the president, Vladimir Putin. Now, this would be a really big problem if it happened the way that Russia says it happened, because it'd be a further provocation of war. This will lead us much further into World War III than anything else has. And before I even get too far into it, let's watch the video of the drone being shot down over the Kremlin. Then we're going to get into a lot more details. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it. And you're going to see it come in from over here. See, look at that right there. And then boom, get shot down. There was no real sound on the video, but that's pretty much what happened there. And this particular area of the Kremlin where it got shot down, they said that's right above the presidential quarters. So this would be where Putin is living, where he's sleeping. That would be where he's at right there. Now, I don't know how they had the information, if it's widely known, if it's publicly available, or what's going on. But that is the allegation. That's the video. That's what we have right now. Now, there's a lot we got to get through with this. There is a whole lot. We have an article and a few more things that we can discuss. But first things first, you see, this is the reason why the president, Joe Biden, and before him, Donald Trump, did not want to give Ukraine weapons that can go to the interior of Russia. Really, I think Trump would be the kind of guy that would not want to have this Ukraine thing going on at all, at least as far as the U.S.'s involvement, giving them money and armaments and things of that nature. But even the Biden administration, who appeared to be pro, quote unquote, Ukraine war, which, by the way, ain't nothing but a proxy war. That's Russia, quote unquote, fighting Ukraine. But in reality, Russia is fighting NATO, which includes the U.S. and other parts of Europe. Quote unquote, Ukraine is fighting Russia on behalf of us. So we don't have to fight them directly, meaning we don't send nukes to Moscow, because if we do that, now we're going to have nukes that hit Washington, D.C., Los Angeles. You're talking about a serious World War III, but I digress. This is the reason why Joe Biden did not want to give the Ukrainians weapons that can hit the interior of Russia, because if we do that, then that's seen as us enabling Ukraine to attack them directly. So we go beyond the confines of a proxy war. We're in a straight up war against Russia. And again, we're talking about World War III, nuclear fallout. It would not be a good thing. And then you have the whole BRICS thing going on. That's Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. You got that going on. So they're going to have allies that we're not really going to be able to fight against. It'd be total global annihilation. What they call that? MAD, mutually assured destruction. Nobody wants that. So this is the reason why we don't give them weapons. But if this happened the way they say it happened, there's going to be a problem. Now, let's get to this article right here. And if you want to read this and see the clip I played earlier, I'll link to everything in the description box. If you're on IG, link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But before we even get into this, I want to say this here. Now, the thing about this situation is it could be seen three different ways from what I was reading and watching earlier. The first way is Russia is not lying, and what they said happened. Ukraine tried to drone strike the Kremlin, which would be terrible. Although it'd be kind of hard for Ukraine to fly a drone from the border of Ukraine into Russia. Maybe they had some type of interior operation. I have no idea. Speaking about interior operation, this could have been an inside job from not necessarily somebody in the Russian government, but somebody that lives in Russia, a Ukraine separatist, a Ukraine sympathizer, somebody that wanted to attack Putin on their own behalf, saying that it was from Ukraine, but really it was from this person. And then lastly, it could have been the false flag from the Russian Federation. I mean, either way, either one of those is possible, but for Russia to claim that it was Ukraine, that means a lot, because whether they did it or not, it doesn't really matter, because if Russia says they did it, then they may launch a retaliation strike against Ukraine because of it. And that's what really matters. But here is the article. and you see the headline right before you. Ukraine attempted to assassinate Putin in Kremlin drone strike overnight, claims Russia. That's what they say. And again, I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's false, but that's just what we have right now. So Russia says it successfully prevented a drone strike from attacking the Kremlin overnight, as dramatic video footage shows what is claimed to be a, quote, terrorist attack. So they're taking it very seriously, calling it a terrorist attack, and they're saying that Ukraine did it. They said it came straight from Kiev, meaning the order for the attack came straight from Kiev. So that's going to be a problem. So there were actually two. There were two drones. It says 2 unmanned aerial vehicles were aimed at the Kremlin. So says the Russian government through the official communication channel TASS, T-A-S-S, on Wednesday morning, releasing a statement alleging they had funded off an attack against the heart of the Russian state by Ukrainian drones, meaning the Kremlin. Ukraine has not yet claimed the attack, and Russia has not offered any hard evidence of what happened. Now, I was watching the news earlier, and I heard that Ukraine said they didn't do it. That's not how they operate. That's not how they get down. So they're saying that they're denying it. From what I read, right here they say they have not claimed it, but what I've heard is that they're outright denying it. Anyway, and they said Russia has not offered any hard evidence. Nevertheless, it is claimed President Zelensky's chief of staff posted fire emojis to his personal Telegram channel after the news broke, but swiftly deleted them. That's very interesting. Why would you do something like that? I mean, are you just incompetent, or are you gloating? Are you bragging? What's going on? That's weird. While the exact circumstances are not yet known and what information exists about this claimed attempt on President Vladimir Putin comes through Kremlin-controlled news source, Russia says there were no casualties or material damage. They specifically said the president was not staying at the Kremlin last night and had not been harmed, and Russia released new photographs of Putin having meetings, quote, outside of Moscow Wednesday morning. So there's more there. They saw it on radar, and they are saying there could be retaliatory strikes as a result of this. All right. And I showed you guys these videos here. So that's that. Like I said, there's more. But if Russia says that Zelensky and Ukraine, Kiev, if they did it, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a further escalation. But as I close, I want to say this. Hopefully Ukraine did not do this. Hopefully it's misunderstanding, and, it was somebody inside of Russia, some moron trying to be a hero, trying to take out Vladimir Putin. Hopefully it was that, because if it was anything else, if this was a terrorist attack straight from Kiev, Ukraine, we, meaning the entire world, have a serious problem on our hands. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what's going on here with the Russian Federation saying that Ukraine tried to assassinate Vladimir Putin with the drone strike, and they had to shoot it down right over the Kremlin? You think that this is a real story? They're not making it up. They're not just trying to blame Ukraine as an excuse to go attack them. I'm not sure why they would do that, because they've been in Ukraine for the past couple years. And before that, they took Crimea. So I don't understand why they need to make a false flag attack like that to go attack Ukraine when they're already attacking them. But whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I hope it's not true that Ukraine did it. Hopefully it was some moron inside the Russian Federation that did it, so that person can be handled and sent to the gulag, making big rocks into little rocks, rather than the entire world suffering as a result of us inching further into World War III. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.